three things here. You were concerned about the final pickup at the curb at the time, and the recycling bins and the ticketing process.
Yeah, the takeaway and the set out provisions. Actually, it's been a while back, and I'm sorry, I thought about it a while, and I didn't bring my emails with me. I expressed some concerns earlier. The takeaway, and also the fact that the cans, once taken away, can't just be moved across the sidewalk. They need to be out of sight. You can't just set them in your front yard.
Is that in there? I don't remember.
I don't know, no, I don't think it says anything about it.
But just moving them back across the sidewalk gets the snow place. That's what we've got now, basically.
Let's see,
So,
This is going to the provision of time frame for doing so?
Yeah, we had that written in there, saying it had to be done
I
by 5
did
o'clock.
see some wording I like better than the final version. I'm not sure whether it was more specific or not, but I can't think how yours defined that.
on that question of the cans.
Yes,
being outside,
yeah, the takeaway deadline.
it just says after collection or after a period of 12 hours, after scheduled collection, so if they're having a mistake, the container must be removed.
So what would 12 hours do for? 7 o'clock is quitting time for the trash people, so it'd be 7 a.m. Is that not a little early for some folks?
To,
Have the trash out there?
Yeah, to remove.
No.
Maybe not, I don't know. Need something realistic.
Can I suggest something? Can you not just say prior to the next business day? Or prior to the next day? Because if you start putting a time limit of 12 hours, in my opinion, I mean, you've got people that don't get home till 11 o'clock at night. Well, this person was off that day, so theirs was picked up at 8 a.m., so theirs is off in 12 hours. This person, well, I didn't get 12 hours, I got 2 hours. You see what I'm saying? Where you can alleviate it all and say prior to the next business day, it's gotta be.
well, right now it says has to be removed 12 hours after scheduled collection, so it'd be 7 p.m., has to be out by 7 a.m. the next morning.
I would prefer a specific time rather than just, but you have to remember when do they quit or when does the.
Or you could say, or no later than.
But playing a devil's advocate there, someone goes to the hospital,
Exactly.
you know, and you don't, and it can't get, I don't, rather than put a specific time, it scares me to put a specific time, but at the same time, hopefully a neighbor will go, you know, move the trash bins.
Well, plus you got, I mean, this person down here might get picked up at maybe scheduled at 7 a.m., that's what we're gonna say for everybody. But they can't possibly get to his at 7 a.m. and his down here at the same time frame. It's not possible. They might not get picked up till 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock in the afternoon.
Right, and they go to work at noon, and then come home at midnight.
It seems to me that the officer, the code enforcement officer would have to deal with extenuating circumstances. If you had to go to the hospital, of course, you know.
Sure.
Nobody has a problem with that.
I mean, you don't think 12 hours after 7 p.m. is enough, or are you thinking that that's gonna?
I don't know. It was just different than what I had in mind. I'm trying to think what I had in mind.
I mean, most people pick it up in the evening after they
Yeah.
come home, or if they work nights, they pick it
I'm
up
okay with that.
at midnight, or if they got, I mean, even, 9 a.m. the next morning, or you could say, must be removed after collection, or after a period of 12 hours, but no later than, 9 a.m.
Well, you could say the same thing that Scott said, their next business day, and that solves the thing, but 7 a.m. it solves the same thing.
So it's not very specific.
It's not, well, it's not, I wish we knew what day, I mean, we think that they're gonna be on Monday, but they may not be on Monday, they'll plan to change the day, so we can't write it to a specific day of the week.
I'm going to in agreement.
Are you?
I propose that,
Well,
what they tell us, and that it not be changed without consent of the town.
well, can we forego that till we get that signed?
Yeah, you can.
And put a
But
specific
leave this,
time. If they're gonna pick up on Monday and they're completed by 5 o'clock on Monday, then maybe we can say, okay, it'll be off the streets by,
I had talked to a lot of people, I talked to some, they seem, for the ones I did talk to, pick up on Monday, that's, you had a weekend of activity.
yeah, it
keep
makes sense to
people
me
warm,
too.
rather than try to store it till next Friday. So, that they were gonna do trash pickup on one day, on Monday, and, another one on Friday, to recycle. Either
Well,
way, they'll work it.
Never mind. I know I just got enough from them and changing ours to because of you guys.
Yeah.
So, don't know how that all played in. They're gonna be picking up now. Mondays.
Okay, all right. So as far as that goes,
Cans out of sight.
cans out of sight, trash receptacles
Right
outside.
now, it says no
I have a
containers.
question.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, there's 5 of us up there on the hill, across from the VFW, five units. Our garages are very small. There is no way, I have a pathway on each side of my car,
Mhm.
and there's no way that I can put a huge container. Mine will have to sit out in front of my garage door. And there's 5 of us up there. And we've got, most of us are in our 80s and one is 90. And what are we gonna do with
Well, first
5 cans set down there on the road? Where are we going to put those? Where are they gonna sit? What are
we'll
we
have to
gonna
take
do?
each a case, but first of all, as far as pickup, that anyone that can't pick up their, we've got that in the contract, that the company will come in and take it down for you. Anybody's not able to do it, we've got that in.
Well, there's 6 units up there.
Good,
The truck could even pull up there and empty.
and that's possible, we'll have to work that out with,
I mean, but, you know, we're not all home at the same time. And, you know, and what are you gonna do with their unit if they're gone all day long? What are you gonna do with their unit,
again,
you know?
is this trash stuff that we're trying to do going to solve each and every problem?
Well, no.
Okay, is it making steps to try to get at a reasonable price the trash picked up for the
Well,
condo?
mine's been fine
Yes.
because they pick up
There's a
my
lot of that.
trimmings. I work in my yard, I have leaves, I have trimmings, and I can't have it hauled off anywhere else. So they pick up my trimmings and everything, and you know, I don't have to worry about it.
I understand there are discrepancies, I have the same
So
issue there.
I hope that they continue to,
Pick up trimmings,
pick
I
up,
don't know, it says in the ordinance that they don't.
well, what am I going
I
to
put
do?
it in here that they could if they would be accepted at the landfill. I don't know.
If they'd be accepted to
And they
landfill.
would be able to say yes.
I think a lot of folks put a little bit of stuff in their trash bag, I mean, you gotta get rid of it.
Well, I mean,
They
what
do.
else would we do? We have grass pickup, we have grass, we
What are
have
they
a
doing
lot-
with it now?
We rake it and pick it
No,
up.
I know that.
Well, our
What's it
trash guy takes it.
Where does he take it to?
I have Elfins, we have Elfin up there.
Because he can't take it to landfill.
Well, I don't know what he does with it.
I
They
don't
pick
know.
up all of my stuff. I'll have 2 bags or 3 sometimes when I do my trimming.
How do they get your can now?
What?
How do they get your can now or your bags? Do they drive up your drive?
No, we put them down alongside of the road, that's the only place we have.
Why do you think that would be an issue with the new company?
Well, I had heard that they're not picking up anything but trash that's in the barrel. That's what I heard.
And
And I have
there
trimmers,
are,
I
and
have
I'm not
trees.
saying that Vilpin, and this is one of the things we've wrestled with the burn ordinance and a few other things too. And I'm not saying that Vilpin's breaking the law, but if they're taking grass clippings to a landfill that won't take it, or taking it someplace else and dumping it, they're not supposed to be doing that.
Well, I don't know, but what are we supposed to do with ours?
Well, first off, they're not supposed to do it. secondly, as far as being able to burn it, or being able, we've still got, you know.
Well, I can't burn nothing up there on the hill, that'd be for darn sure. But, I mean, I have shrubs and I have trees, I have all that trimmings to do. All I have is a car, I don't have a truck, I don't have anybody. I'm,
Grass cuttings that burns, yard waste.
I'm,
Yard waste can burn.
Mhm.
But Velton was picking up for it. The problem is, and Velton was not supposed to be doing it in the first place. I understand why she's upset, but I don't have an answer for it.
I mean, I have three bags sometimes, but I put them in paper bags and they pick them right up.
Well, I think you'll find the Republic, from our conversations with them, they are understanding and they're gonna be reasonable about it. I would talk to the route driver and tell him the situation, and I think.
Sure, I can disguise them and put them in a bag and
I
stick
think
them
that
out
was-
there, but that's not right either. I mean,
Well,
I put them out there, I want them
Putting
to
them
know what
in
it
any kind of
is.
trash landfill is not right either, so.
See, Velton was doing the same thing. They're just getting it another way. They
But
have,
who's to say they're not taking them someplace in somebody's farm or something?
then they're breaking EPA regulations.
Well,
Making a
compost pile?
compost pile?
Are you doing their own property?
I don't know, it's up to
But-
them.
Velton, a contractor doing it? No, they can't. It's
I
against
think
EPA.
When you pay somebody to do it, you don't know what they're doing, you
I
don't
think
ask
we
those
wait
details.
until, and see if we can't work these problems through. There's nobody that's got the answer right now. I don't, and I don't think anyone else does, but we will try to work with folks, and everybody's got problems that are really unique. But I think, you know, give it time, give it a chance.
But, I mean, what are we gonna do with 5 cans sitting up there, in that,
So-
6 cans?
Can you combine them into one?
Right, that's what I'm sitting here.
Well, I
Is that
don't
what
know
you're
how,
suggesting?
who's gonna take them down there? I'm 83 years old, I'm not gonna let
They will
everybody
pick them
trash.
up for you.
They're by contract, they're gonna have to come get it. You'll identify to the clerk that you can't get it, and she will identify to Republic that you have to have yours picked up, and they will come up and get it at your house.
That's
They
in
have
the
to come
contract.
in there and get the container.
Now, if you'd like a smaller can, you can have a smaller can if you want.
Well, I sure can't use,
Well,
I got one about like that right now, but that's all I can put in my
I
garage.
think that's, if we just give it a chance and try to work through these problems as they arise, I think there is a solution. But we can't just borrow problems and say, you know, this is impossible to do, because it really isn't.
But we're all in the same position of having one of these shoes, we're all in our 80s, and then we've got one there that's 90, and then our garages are all small.
Well, they have to
I'll have
come
to
to
do-
your garage, they have to pick it out of your garage and bring it back. So-
But if you haven't got room for these huge, big containers, well,
Huge cans, that's the issue, and I missed it if that was the issue, okay?
I couldn't put mine inside because I haven't got room.
Republic would love it if you said, don't give me that big container, give me a smaller one, because it costs them less money. They'll love that. We required that because we wanted to get anybody that needed it, the right size container, but they'll love it if you want a smaller one.
Well, if the cans are so unsightly, why do we need them? If they gotta be out of sight, I mean, they're trash containers. And if you don't have room to put them, why, if they're so unsightly to have outside, what's the matter with having a thing showing you're collecting your garbage in your container? I
They're
mean,
not,
it's-
they're not unsightly.
Well, then why
and-
do they have to be out of sight?
Because the town board is gonna vote for that, okay, number one. And secondly, if you look at any of the towns, you drive around town and you want 50 containers sitting on the streets,
No, but if you got them by your garage, on the outside of your garage, what is that hurting?
We've gone through this, Tom's right, we've gone through this multiple times.
Right,
And we go around in a circle and we come back to the same spot.
right.
There are questions that folks don't even want answered, but they keep on asking. There is no answer to every question.
Well, like them, they're paying for
Pardon
their,
me, but we will work through them, and we'll get there.
well, why don't address them now instead of waiting until we have all the problems?
We'll
Like they've got
Well-
contracts with Belton.
try to do it our own
we
way.
beat the horse, we're not gonna discuss it anymore, we're done.
Boy, Tom, you're a real good council
Thank
member.
you, thank you,
You're welcome.
I appreciate it. Don't vote for me next time.
I'm not, don't worry.
Good, I'm not running.
Good.
Yes, sir.
I have a question on the,
We're not into the question and answer period yet.
No, we haven't.
I know.
Yeah, but
We
I
got
mean,
business to,
We have questions, what is a town board for to address things that we have
Tell you what,
concerns
why
about?
don't you go read the state statute? We don't have to let you talk. We try, we don't have to.
No, you don't let anybody talk. You
Okay,
have.
in that case, we'll move on. All right, hay contract.
This
Let's
is
go.
ridiculous.